just lock in this smolder and scale for free.
Yeah, frankly, a lot of people like to talk about this being, you know, are just going to have to be looking the other way, as the teleport will actually be the last thing that tells them to completely back off. And it's Zhuo, so there you go. And another good play there by the Nautilus.
Forcing Ultra Prime away. They're not in a good position. They're not in a good enough position to actually go for a fight as Zhuo hunting a little bit with that dredge line. Being a little bit annoying at this point onto Junhao. Not really a threat of the kill just yet, but now Ultra Prime want to go on the offensive. The Weaver's Wall is blocking out Saber and Baye, but now Haichao has been singled out. Getting stunned by the Tibbers, but using the seismic shove to push Junhao away. So nobody will go down just yet with the Dragon going over to LNG.
LNG, though,
One overall. Potential fight around the last one. Xiaofeng has the smite, so should be able to secure it.
Oh, look at the bot side. Oh, hang on.
Oh, Junhao. He flashes in and goes in for the Cyclone, and it's going to be a little bit too far forward for Xiaosha. First blood picked up for LNG, but Xiaofeng now has to flash and use the Heartbreaker to get out, but he will survive. It's a double kill in for Haichao, and they're looking for Saber as well. He will go down. 3-0, and the Feats of Warfare have gone over to Team LNG.
And it's a snap engage there.
Xiaofeng. But Junhao wants nothing about it. He's already in the enemy jungle on the top side of the map, and that means the Dragon Shell would not be opposed to wanting to fight this. And as I say that, a teleport has come in from Zika. He has the Equalizer at rank 2 at this point, and the Dragon is not taken very quickly. Weaver's Wall comes out. Zhuo gets stunned, though, and does not land that initial dredge line, as Zhang's already chunked down to 60% HP. Ultra Prime don't want to start this Dragon just yet. Junhao pops the Herald, maybe looking for a potential escape plan. Who's going to get into the pit first? It's going to be a dash over from Junhao, but it's already chunked down to half. It's stolen away by Xiaofeng. And now the fight can begin in earnest as the Equalizer has come out. Zhang goes in with the Herald, but he will drive it straight to his demise as LNG get a couple of kills back, as well as the Dragon Soul Point.
And it's a disaster for Ultra Prime. The Otacon spawning in about 10 seconds. It's going to be on that top side. And you can already see Ultra Prime, they're going to try and be first to the punch this time.
This one, popping the Ghost. It looks like Zhuo's going to go super aggressive here. Depth charge on top of the Equalizer with the Dawning Shadow on top. But it's not enough to take Baye down. And here goes Zhang on the flank. Already Zhuo has gone down. But Zika is hunting the rest of Ultra Prime as they loom deviously around that Otacon.
They do indeed, but there were a lot of ultimates expended by LNG, not to mention they lost Zhuo, who does have teleports, so he should be able to, you know, come back to the fight, but still, those R keys not going to be available for a while. So LNG, they're just saying, screw the Otacon, let's abandon it, let's go for this mid turret instead. We don't have the power to really fight this.
A nice objective to fight over before the Baron spawns.
Yeah.
Gives teams something to contest, but nothing that has to be contested over one.
But everyone still contests it anyways, right? You don't have to behind, as he does have that Weaver's Wall. Zika
was overheated, so actually going to be in some trouble. Has to flash away from Zhang. But now he gets exhausted. The third proc leader work lands. There's the Cyclone as well. Zika just might be taken down under his own turret. And that is not a good play here, but the response will be that Otacon taken down by LNG. But you're going to say that's all right here for UP because you are continuing to scale the game out. You're going to deny that soul and get Baye closer to
on the Smolder. It's a kill on that bot side by Ultra Prime, but ultimately it's a very costly one as they burn a flash from Junhao, 2 ultimates, and they only... The question is, who will be the first to engage? I imagine Zhuo, who's been so active with these dredge lines, is going to look for an opportunity onto Saber. You can see he's fishing. He's trying to hug that topside wall to get an angle onto the backline. He doesn't want to hook in Junhao. He doesn't want to hook in Xiaojia, but Ultra Prime are playing this very smartly position-wise.
Weaver's Wall separating everybody. Gives maybe LNG a good opportunity to try to burst down the Dragon. The seismic shove lands on it too, but here comes the Mom. It makes LNG kite away. The Dawning Shadow over the top, but Baye is able to pick up the first kill of the fight. But Xiaofeng has now gotten a reset as well, and he transforms into the Wukong body. Zika is overheated. Fish one taken very low, nearly getting executed before he issues out the piercing light to heal himself right back up. One more Q from Baye could secure himself an easy double kill, but instead the Dragon is going to be the focus. Who's going to get the soul? It'll be LNG to secure it, and now they can win the fight. Baye goes down. Zhang will fall. Only Saber and Xiaoxia will live as LNG get their prize and can now go to Baron.
The Baron will be the cherry on top for LNG.
We stall.
The problem is they're just pushing down all in one lane, and Smolder now, even though you have Baron and Power Minions, Smolder is really good at clearing the waves. Annie as well is pretty good at clearing the waves. You need to have that 4-1 thread, and LNG realized that, but you can already see Jiang there to counter Zika. So it will be a bit of a delayed play on the Baron, but nonetheless, they should be able to squeeze UP tighter and tighter with this play.
Juno dashes forward, not using the cycle and actually baiting out the Dawning Shadow of Fish One, who is playing a little bit more on the defensive.
You know, around, less than 3 minutes until that Elder spawns. They want to prevent as much jockeying between these two teams as possible around that.
Xiaosha gets hit by one seismic shove, and then the Heartbreaker will execute, but look at the back line. That is Fish One down.
Wait, hang on.
2-kill 1K shutdown for
Not
John.
again.
Xiaofeng is still alive in the transform Viego body. He will go and take the Gwen down, but Baye's got a couple of executes as well. A triple kill already for the Viego, looking for the quad, and he gets it on a Baye. It looked like almost an opportunity for Ultra Prime, but the Viego will live, Zika will survive, and it's still 2 men up here for LNG.
I was getting the Thunder Talk versus LGD.
It's very difficult for Ultra Prime to get in.
Because they have no AD carry, they're not really able to overload with numbers. This is just allowing LNG to kind of section off this part of the map. But now the Smolder is here. They've got to make the play. That Dragon is super low.
Zika flashing away from the cycle and getting hit up by the second proc. Almost the mom steals it away, but Xiaofeng able to secure the Elder. And now it's Reset City in for LNG Esports. Already 2 members down. That is Zhang falling before he even pops the Zanyas. And Jasha will make it casualty number 3. Surely this should mean the end of the game as LNG win the fight. They get not over just yet. It's the big carry still alive here for Ultra Prime. Baye has both of his summoner spells. It's almost 350 stacks on the Smolder, and there's no Baron buff in the hands of LNG with 13 seconds left on Jinha. So this game might not actually be over just yet, but LNG want it to be as they're headed on to the Nexus turrets right now. The death timers, though, are going to continue to
don't
tick
have a
down
wave.
to 0, and that means that LNG actually can't end. They will take another prize as an inhibitor, but now with Jinhao alive, it is going to be very difficult for them to try to go for the throat.
They still have 90 seconds on that Elder.
Hold on, Elder, Baye. Shields up nicely, we'll be able to stay alive, and the Needleworth comes through from Zhang. They're looking for a last-ditch effort. They find Zika with the kill, but it will be Zhang getting another one back. The mom comes out. Baye is still untouched in the back line, but he finally will get targeted, and that'll be it. Xiaofeng and LNG end up wiping the floor with Ultra Prime. It took them a while, but a win is a win nonetheless. They go 1-up in this best-of-3 series.
Orianna, pretty good here, actually. You have a lot of ball delivery systems, and you do need a heavy source of wave is actually growing quite large as it crashes into the turret. And yeah, I think Xiaofeng is reading the room. I think Jiang is as well, but the question is, what is he going to do about it?
Taking a decent chunk of damage, but does have the Fury.
Oh,
Nice flash combo!
Oh, no.
Oh, what an outplay it could be! But the turret aggro goes onto the Vi instead of Zika, and that means
Pick up first blood, and crucially, Jiang is going to miss so much CS. A 800 gold gap between the top laners, but Junhao wants to even score.
No slice and dice available for Zika just yet. One more chomp from Junhao will make it a 1-for-1.
So alleviating moment's rest. They are sending 3 people top lane. They're not even trying to hide it. Xiaofeng is just saying, all right, I don't even care about waiting in the bush. And look at Jiang. He's like, all right, well, I mean...
But it's not happening every game. And now,
true.
It means that things are interesting here. As it looks like 4 members of Ultra Prime will go towards Zika. He does have his Subjugate available. Going to pop it. Try to heal up, but will not be able to use the Empowered Q to heal. And Zhuo comes in with the TP, but it is far too late. A more explosive
Saber Ezreal,
like the Lucian. Gonna actually have a decent showing, at least so far.
He absolutely is, and this is going to be first turret acquired for the side of Ultra Prime. Funnily enough, there's actually a lot of damage being dealt.
Passes to clear the wave, which is a good formula for now, but might not be able to save him still as Xiaofeng is on the way. They're going to say, screw the wave, we're going to go for the kill anyway, and they should be successful at that, but they bought enough time for Xiaosha to be here, and Baye will join it and take Xiaofeng down, making it a 1-for-1, with the Dragon also secured by Junhao on the bottom side.
That is not worth it, in my opinion, for LNG. Sure,
now joins him in solidarity, hits Krugs a couple times, then realizes he can't do this. Actually getting engaged on by Xiaofeng right now. This teleport coming back in from Zika to try and take this Trundle down. Already has the Subjugate, has to flash over the wall. sure he stays alive. But Zika still hungry, still looking for buy-in now. He has both of his summoner spells available, but won't be able to use any. As the shockwave comes through over the stun from the Renekton and evens things up for LNG.
You know, they were going for the trade from that recent bot lane tower that they lost. Zika is going to claim the gold as well. So this Renekton, despite being put behind, is now in a really solid carry in the Lucian. UP are just going to run with it as they're going to try again on the Gragas.
Hey, third time. Why not go for it again? And once again, will be successful. Jung's had a bad time here in this second game. Not going to be in the same position as he was in the Gwen in game number 1. But the rest of his team may be in a better position here as Baya and Jousha doing a nice job gaining some control in mid, and Saber and Junhao munching away on this tier 2 turret.
Yeah. I mean, this is just the consequence of giving 2 grubs over to Trundle. He bites that one in half, and I mean, sure, you get a kill on the bot side, you're going to get a turret in trade, but ultimately, Ultra Prime, I feel, win out on this one with just how much gold they're beginning to funnel into their carries as Baye maybe has an opportunity with his team.
Nice pillar, lands on above Fish One and Jwo, stunning up the bot.
Again, we talked about it a little in game 1, but oh my god, Jiang. My poor friend. Just play safe, right?
No, I've seen a Gragas player, maybe in the ERLs, have performances like this. So, you know, maybe that's a sign that rest of Ultra Prime could be doing well. As now we're seeing Zika and Saber go at it on the top side of things. And Zika is having a really good time. However, reinforcements now will arrive. A summoner heal pop by Jousha, forcing the Croc to flash away. Aqua Prison does not connect, but the rest of the damage might be able to do the Call to Meek, keeping Zika alive. But Saber's going to flash forward, land that empowered Q, and take the Renekton down.
And that Roa is flashed with the Renekton, but ultimately him being alive will give Ultra Prime the ability to walk into this river with numbers.
Now it does get engaged on, taking out
the flank.
Still has subjugate available. Zhang teleports in, spots out Zhao Fang, and he has to now flash away and use the Vault Breaker to get back into his side of the pit. Ultra Prime currently winning out on things right now as they await Zika's TP, but it might be too late. Baye flashes over the shockwave, but he gets knocked up by the quickness and should be taken down by Zhao Feng and goes forward with the season assist. 1-0 in favor of LNG, but the health bars are low. They'll be forced to back away as Ultra Prime will look to regain control mid.
But they have the Hex Gates, the low HP members. They want to reclaim this river, Grapes.
They don't have any ultimates to do it. The big damaged ones in terms of Saber and Baye both still on cooldown, but Junhao still trying to get his way into the pit. That pillar doing so much to allow for Fishwan to get very low. Junhao's right in the middle of everyone, and Xiaofeng will go down. It's Baye to claim the kill, and it should be Ultra Prime claiming the Drake as well. It's the Hex Tech sole point secured for UP.
Young is extremely far behind.
Yeah, and he can still have utility on this Gragas pick as everybody on Ultra Prime hovering around this Otacon. And Zhao Feng is still so far away. Hey, there's Zhang with an MVP play, using the cast to knock the jungler away. He will go down for his sins eventually, but he heals up for a while and forces LNG to get chunked out. Zika forced to run away as a flank angle still is available, and LNG still want the fight. It's a 4v5. Zhao Feng at half HP. Zika getting chunked as well. The dominance not going to be enough as Baye will secure the kill as they collapse upon the flanker. They're using the Herald, but not towards the turret. They're looking for blood onto LNG's side. Knock up will land onto Haichao, but the engage isn't there just yet. Junhao trying to chase him down as Zhuo goes forward with the quickness. It will not be enough though as Haichao will drop. They finally take down the Lucian, but now Fishwan will be the response. Ultra Prime winning the Herald, winning the fight, and they get themselves the Otacon as well.
And at the end of the day, it's Zika just going to press the issue. And now the issue has arrived to LNG's front doorstep. This is soul on the line for Ultra Prime. This is LNG's potentially last stand to come back in this game.
All eyes have to be towards Haichao on this Orianna. Need a great shockwave if they want to win this fight. The culling has already come out, and Fishwan is down to 300 HP. Into the pit, Zhao Fan goes. He's looking for the engage. The season assist does connect, but a huge bubble from Zhao Shan's going to slow down the assault and make sure that Ultra Prime are fine and dandy around the Soul Drake. Haichao did not find a good ultimate, and he will pay for it with his life. The laser from Saber will take him down, and it's an ace picked up for UP.
And a triple for the mid laner of Ultra Prime. Junhao at the end of the day, uncontested, doesn't need anyone on his team to help him with the dragon. This will allow Ultra Prime to push down in the mid lane. They don't have a huge wave, so maybe they don't find the turret, but nonetheless, that was just, like you said, Grapes, a massive bubble by Xiaosha. Maybe the reason they were able to take this exchange.
Xiaosha on the Nami, able to find a lot of plays. They find another huge play. Jung might be 1-5, but he's finding huge attempts for his team as they take Fish1 down.
This is going to go over to UP. My biggest concern now is that LNG don't have the greatest of wave clear. Obviously, you've got the Xayah with those passive, those
full items, and 1,000 gold shutdown to his name. And Baye playing aggressive and still looking for more. As Xiaofeng now the target, he uses the vault breaker to try to escape, but another nice aqua prison lands as Xiaosha will find the jungler of LNG and take him down easily.
That's another kill, another one racked up for Ultra Prime as they are now 5 members in the bot lane. And LNG, they've got a member at top, they've got a member in mid. Is this the competitive version of Open?
Oh, they're going to get some objective bounties maybe here on that tier 1, but they might not be get the chance to spend the gold before the game already ends. Culling comes out, Shuo trying to block for Fish1, but both of them are taken critically low as the first Nexus tower does drop, and Baron buff still in everybody's hands. Haichao with the shockwave doesn't do any damage whatsoever, and Jung will get kill number 2 on the day. Nexus now exposed, body slam will connect, and that's going to do it. Ultra Prime forcing a decider into this battle of the mud. Game 3 is coming up right after this. Zika on the Nidalee, most likely going to be 80 Nidalee top lane into Zhang on his Cassante. Pretty nicely, Ultra Prime getting on the objective board, but overall LNG still controlling that top side of the map pretty admirably.
LNG going to have a Vice Iron grip on that one for a while.
Sasha now getting targeted. He shouldn't have stepped too far forward. Getting stunned up by Xiaofeng. Right now it's just the tanks hitting him, but they're going to do enough damage actually to take him down. Give first blood over to Haichao. LNG on the board first after what was a very...
Yeah, both teams going toward this bot side. Junhao is actually hitting the dragon. They're in a bit of a difficult situation.
Wow. They stayed around here. Saber looking for the solo kill. There was that interaction that you talked about here on the Destiny. Speaking of, he's going forward again, flashing in. Gonna be a 1-for-1 trade. As now it is Ultra Prime controlling the Dragon Pit and taking their second of the game. Engage already coming forward from Xiaosha, but the Magnus Storm lands on a 3. It's going to be the all-out back in as Xiaofeng will drop. And Zhuo now spots to flash away as Zika comes forward with the teleport. Killer Instinct comes in for Baye as well. Looking to burst down the Rel, forcing him to flash away. Zika gets hit by the third and Topo strike. And Baye will claim another kill as Ultra Prime get themselves the feats of warfare. Send them both away.
It's really difficult for Ultra Prime to actually fight with a lot of these frontliners as they don't have anything to necessarily knock them down for size yet. I mean, Baye has Kraken Slayer, and there's been a lot of debate on whether or not Kraken Slayer is really considered a tank-killing item anymore. Speaking of tanks,
yeah, I mean, that is Xiaofeng looking very beefy, diving in on a Xiaosha who already has to pop the Unbreakable Will, but 4 members of LNG are going to try to burst down the cow anyway, and they do so successfully with Haichao picking up the kill. Ultimate popped onto Saber. They should be able to get him as well. It's a double kill for the Aurora, and LNG will strike back.
And LNG find 2 on the top side. The wave is pretty low here, so it's not going to be enough for them to claim a turret. Instead, they're just going to recall.
Resources. Can he get ahead in the early game? It's what can he do with those in the team fights? So not always a lot. And sometimes we see some disappointing plays from him, but hoping to see that change here for LNG. As you started up the Rift Herald, they should be able to take it down. Now Zhang actually looking for a little bit more. Gonna get taken very, very low though, and Xiaofeng with the Flash Ixtal's impact will make sure that he pays for the Herald going in favor of Ultra Prime.
I mean, Zhang just a little too far away from his team, ultimately. They're not able to assist him. And a good Flash Ixtal's impact from Xiaofeng. Basically not capable of reacting to that. Just gaining back control of the tempo of this game. Ultra Prime, if they get Soul Point, they basically put LNG on a timer. So here we go.
Fish1 very aggressively positioned. Had to use the Valkyrie early to make sure he did not get knocked up. Speaking of knocks up, lots of them here in the Dragon Pit. as Zhuo gets taken very low. Baya flashes after him with the killer instinct. One more auto should take him down. He's the first one to go into this fight. As now Zhang has already popped the all-out. Xiaofeng trying to take Baya down, but he goes back into the pit and right into Haichao's arms. It's going to actually be Zika to pick up that kill, as it's a 4v3 in favor of Ultra Prime for now. Haichao dishing out damage. The health bar is not on UP's side, as Zika's still looking very menacing here around this dragon, as UP want to try to get this soul point. Is that half right now? Xiaofeng looking to chase him down the spear. Going to dodge away from Zhang. And the skirmish, the shuffle will continue to come as Xiaofeng gets knocked up. He's going to get taken down, but Zika dives in and takes Xiaosha down in response. Another gold card comes in, a double kill in for Zhang, and this should be Ultra Prime claiming the fight. Haichao will fall as well off the Destiny, and Junhao will claim the kill.
And Saber locks it down. Haichao says, sit down, Aurora.
Saber's done a nice job to make sure that he has still had a high impact here in this game. We're seeing some more skirmishing around the bottom side river. There's no dragon to take anymore, so not necessarily necessary to go for anything.
Ooh, hang on.
As Xiaosha gets the knock up on the Xiaofeng, now using that Herald and charge into this tier 1. Try to take some of it down, but he's going to go right to the Excel's impact of Xiaofeng, but now the headbutt will send Xiaofeng right back into the team. Zhang teleporting right under the tier 1 turret, and he will yeet one back with him. That is going to be Fish 1 taken down thanks to the all-out, and Zhuo will be the next target. Magnus Storm only delaying what's going to be a double kill going into the Castante's hands.
And I mean, and with those 2 kills, they're going to claim an Otacon, Grapes.
Ultra Prime have their sights on a win in a best-of-3 series, one that they have not been able to achieve in over 3 months. But they have not finished it off just yet. They claim the Otacon. They are at soul point, but there is still work
after
to be.
Gold card, constantly pursuing LNG in these extended chases. Speaking of getting pursued, Young might be pursuing them
LNG,
after being the pursued one.
They were trying to collapse onto Zhang, but now Ultra Prime have found the collapse onto them instead. Xiaofeng gets knocked back for the Intofo strikes and will die, and that is the smite available taken away on the side of UP. However, LNG, they're not done just yet. A nice engage comes through from Zhuo, and Saber is taken down, making it a 1-for-1 overall. Zhang now at half HP, forced to run away. Xiaosha lands another knockup though on the Haichao. He's still one of the stronger members in the game, and he gets taken back between the worlds, and Zhang gets shut down. Ultra Prime though get one back. A crazy fight, an all-out brawl in the bottom lane, and now Zhuo is one of the one taken very low. Junhao goes forward, picks himself up a double kill, and forces Fish 1 and Haichao to back away.
A Junhao.
They're gonna do it anyway here, and Zika hunting with these spears, but instead it looks like LNG's prio goes towards the mid lane wave.
I got a little nervous there, honestly.
Junhao on this Xin Zhao. Again, the junglers, maybe this just because Quacks are here, man, but they've really delivered in all the games so far. Xiaofeng even finding engages critical at the start of the game for LNG. Have it in their hands, gives the extra movement speed on the ultimates, and a lot of those champions have that value here. We're going to see that in any potential fight that unfolds for the rest of this game, as Ultra Prime look like they want to dance just a little bit around this river. They force Xiaofeng to use that Excel's impact defensively, but then he sends in a 2-man impale. Only on the front line though, but Junhao's already popped the Crescent Guard. They find Fish 1 and catch him out. As Baya will get that first kill. Another knockup lands on the Xiaofeng. He should go down. It's a double kill in for the Kaisa. Between worlds from Haichao gets knocked up. There's another knockup from Xiaosha, and Baya could pick himself up a quadra kill. Only Zhuo remains. Will they give it over to him? Zhang's looking to chase him down, but Baya has no interest in the Penta. Instead, it's going to be the mid lane tier 2 and potentially the game.
And people are going to say Fish 1 is green, but nah, this man is black and blue and battered on the side of UP.
They can see it in their eyes. The first series win for them in Group Nirvana. And it got ever so close after this last team fight. It was a nice engage.
Well, it's going to give Twisted Fate a lot more agency by just solo laning by himself.
Yep, there he is in the mid lane with the Destiny available. So the rest of Ultra Prime going towards this bot lane tier 2 tower. LNG, their time is running out. They are looking dangerously close to dropping down to 0-4 to start off split number 3. The mid lane tier 3 does go down. Tier 2 in the bot lane should be the next target. as Ultra Prime can bide their time and closely wait for anybody on LNG to step too far forward and begin that engage.
It's really rough for the first half of this split. You have to look for
LNG trying desperately to get their way into the pit, get their way closer to that bot side river. And now a teleport comes in from Hai Chao. It's going to be a last-ditch effort. Zhuo looking to begin the engage. Magnus from onto Zhang, but he's just way too tanky. Pathmaker away is going to keep himself alive and still have HP.
On the
and look at Xiaosha looking to try to cut everybody off. Headbutt Zhuo right into Zhang's arms. And on the other side, I think that Zika getting taken down by Baya. Already a 1-0. And this Kaisa still untouched on the back line. Zhang gets the kill into Xiaofeng. And it's an absolute evisceration in the bottom lane here for Ultra Prime. 5-0 ace. And that winless streak has come to an end.
And 5 series, they finally managed. The two teams that rolled in the mud, one stands tall, the other one falls, and Ultra Prime will be your winners of this best of 3 grapes.
Not about how you start, it's how you finish this.